Bonjour à tous. J'espère que vous allez bien. Welcome to today's live class. I would like to confirm everyone can see and hear me properly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I trust you're doing well. Just can you know if you can hear me? Can you know if you can see me? You can just drop a comment. Bonjour, Mary. We're happy to have you here. So do not forget, let's share this link. Let's share with people on our status, people on our WhatsApp, on our social media and other platforms. Bonjour, Utsman. Oui, okay. Bonjour, Damilola. Okay. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. It's so good to have you in this live class. I'd like to know where you're joining us from. As we always do, it's our tradition to know where you are joining us from. Anyway, where are you joining us to learn French today? We'd like to know, where are you joining us from to learn French today? Okay? So you can just say, you can say bonjour, j'habite à Lagos. Bonjour, j'habite à Canada. Bonjour, j'habite à Ibadan. Anywhere you're joining us from, please, you can indicate for us in the chat. Okay, we'll be getting started very soon to talking about IR verbs in French. But before we go on, we'll be waiting for your chat and your comments in the live. Okay, moving. All right. Okay. Damilola says de Lagos. Mary says de Lagos. You see, well, we have many Lagos people here. Okay, bienvenue. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have everyone into this live class. All right, so today we're digging into IR verbs. How do you conjugate IR verbs in French? That is what we'll be looking at in today's class. How to conjugate IR verbs in French. So Merit says, I miss you. It's good to have you back. Oh, Merit, miss you too. It's good to have you back. If you don't watch the Monday live class, please go back and watch it, okay? It's also good to have you here. So yes, we said earlier, not earlier, but in our previous class on ER verbs, we've done ER verbs before, okay? ER verbs. So if you've not done this, please, you can go back to our live classes and check for ER verbs in French. How to conjugate ER verbs in French. Just a minute. Thank you. All right, thank you. I'm back. Yes, I was saying we already did how to conjugate ER verbs in French. So now we'll be looking at how to conjugate IR verbs in French. So before we go on, I want to let you know that in French we have three groups of verbs. All right, you can notice we have three groups of verbs. So what do we mean? We have the verbs that ends with ER. Okay, I'll give you examples, not to worry. We have the verb that ends with ER, like chanter, to sing, danser, to dance, jouer, to play. You can see it, ER, ER, ER. And then the next group of verbs are the verbs that ends with IR. Okay, IR like we are doing today. You can see choisir. Okay, that is to choose. Okay, we have remplir, right, to fill up. We have finir, to finish. So you can see it's all here. You can see IR, which is the second group of verbs. So meaning any verb that ends with ER is categorized under the first group. Okay, ER is the first. Then any verb that ends with IR is categorized under the second group. Then any verb that ends with RE is categorized under the third group. So RE, what are the verbs we have for RE? We have, we have vendre, which is to sell. We have défendre, which is to defend. And many more. Okay, so we'll just get into today's lesson. talking about the IR verb. So I already gave you a background again, like I did when we did ER verb. We already conjugated this ER verb in one of our previous live classes. So you can go back and watch how to conjugate ER verbs. So the way you conjugate ER verb is not the same way you conjugate the IR verb. It's different. Okay, it's still not the same way you conjugate the RE verb. So while we have done ER verbs in our previous class, today we want to focus on how to conjugate the IR verbs in French. So please do not forget, we have three groups of verbs. The first are the ones that end with ER, the second are the ones that end with IR, and the third are the ones that end with RE. So today's class focus will be on how to conjugate the IR verbs. Trust me, in anything you are doing in French, you need verbs. So you don't want to joke with your verbs. Really, you don't want to play with your verbs. I tell you for a fact. Okay, Chiamaka Judith, I can see yours finir. That's good. So now, how do we conjugate IR verbs? So there is a pattern for every group of verb conjugation, right? The conjugation for every group of verb, it has its own pattern, all right? So we're going to look at the pattern for IR verbs, meaning anywhere you see IR verbs that are regular, this is the pattern you're going to use, which I'm about to teach you now in this live class. So let's start with the IR, choisir. Choisir, like we said, is the verb to choose. Okay? Choisir is the verb to choose. So now, how do you say I choose, you choose, it chooses, she chooses, just like that. That's what we're going to take today's class. Okay, so look at it. We'll start with je. So let's arrange it. Je is I, tu is you, il, elle, on. So il is he, elle is she, on is we. Okay? Nous is we, vous is you for plural. Then il and elle is they. So don't forget that il, the ILS is they for masculine, and the ELLES is they for feminine. Okay, please take note of that. Okay, go and say, I know some French, I have a tip. In French, just say je suis, but often it's pronounced suis. Yeah, suis Nigerian. That's when you're talking like a native. That's good. Good stopper, you're right. But let's focus on this, okay? The IR verb conjugation. So we're looking at to choose now. That is what we want to learn how to conjugate in this class. So I already arranged the pronouns. I arranged Joe as I, tu as you, il, elle, on, il as he, elle as she, on as we, then nous as we, vous as you, il as they for masculine, and they for feminine. So now we're going to look at, the pattern now. So the first thing you have to do is to take out the IR. When you want to start implementing it, take out the IR, okay? So when you take out the IR, what we have left is schwa. This is it, look at it. Please don't forget, why am I pronouncing it as schwa? Because OI is pronounced as wa in French. So CHOI is schwa. Don't forget that. Okay, so schwa, so don't forget, we're taking out the IR, right? So we have just CHOIS, let, right? So let's write the schwa everywhere. Yet it's going to be schwa. Yet to schwa. 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 And the last one, schwa. So trust me, this cannot be the only conjugation for everything like this. No. But it's just going to help you get the base of it. So don't forget, the first step is to take out the IR. Okay? The first step is to take out the IR. And we have schwa, 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 schwa. But it doesn't end there. Trust me. So now let me tell you something. As the pronoun is changing, same way the ending of the verb is also changing. Alright? As the pronoun is changing, the ending of these verbs now, what we're going to add is also going to change. It's the same thing in English, like saying I am choosing, you are choosing. So you cannot say you am choosing and I are choosing. You see it? That it actually changes based on the pronoun. So the same thing also applies to French. So let's look at the ending now for these IR verbs. So what are we going to put after the schwa for each of these pronouns? So now for Joe, you're going to add is. Okay? And it becomes je choisis. Je choisis. You don't say je choisis. No. It's je choisis. The S is not pronounced, meaning I choose or I am choosing. Okay? So you can say I choose. It can also mean I am choosing. Okay? You see that? I choose or I am choosing. So you don't have to say je suis choisi to say I am choosing. No. The verb already carries the am in it. So you don't say je suis choisi. No. Our verbs in French don't use suis before it's in present tense. So you say je choisis. So according to Joe, what do you add? You add is, meaning I choose or I am choosing. Don't forget this, okay? And then for two, you're going to add is again, okay? Meaning you choose, okay? Or what? You are choosing. You see that? So what we add for is, what we add for two, for Joe and two, is both is. Don't forget that. Okay? Don't worry, I'm going to attend to all the questions. Let me just be done with this. Okay, so is, je choisis. Yes, you don't pronounce the S at the end of choisis. Very good. So you don't say je choisis. No. You say je choisis, tu choisis. So if I say you choose, I will say tu choisis. If I want to say you are choosing, I will say tu choisis. Take note of that. Okay? So according to il, now don't forget, il is he, elle is she, on can be you, we, one, everyone. Okay? So now I want to say for the il, elle, on, what do we add to the schwa? We add it. You see that? So it's unlike the other ones where you add is. For this one now, you're going to add it. And guess what? The T is still not pronounced. You simply say il choisit, elle choisit, on choisit. Meaning he chooses or is choosing, she chooses or she is choosing, one chooses or one is choosing. Simple. Okay? So for this, you're going to add it for il, elle, on. Don't forget that. So I'm going to write it here. Alright? Meaning he or she or one is choosing. You see that? Okay. So don't forget to IR verb. First step, take out the IR. You know the way I did it? I took out the IR for you and I wrote the schwa. So now what we are adding according to the pronoun, that is what we are looking at. So for Joe, you know you add is to your verb. For two, you add is to your verb. But for il, elle, on, you add it to your verb. Don't forget that. So now for nous, what do we add for nous? We add issons. Yep, it's a bit long, but trust me, you're going to get it. Issons, meaning nous choisissons. Nous choisissons. Nous choisissons. What does that mean? Meaning we choose. Okay, you see that? We choose or we are choosing. Don't worry, we're also going to make sentence, right? Not to worry. We're going to make sentence with this, okay? But let's get the conjugation first. So don't forget, according to nous, what do you add to your schwa now? You add issons, or in a simpler way, you add issons. Nous choisissons. Nous choisissons. Meaning what? We choose or we are choosing. So please don't pronounce the S. It's not nous choisissons. It's nous choisissons. Okay? Nous choisissons. Take note of that. Alright, so let's continue now. So for vous, what do we add? Don't forget, we use vous for you for more than one person, or we also use it as you formally. When you're addressing someone formally, that's when you use vous. So now for vous, what do we add? We add issons. I-S-S-E-Z. You see that? I-S-S-E-Z. That is what you add for vous. Don't forget, for nous, what do you add? I-S-S-O-N-S. But for vous, what do you add? I-S-S-E-Z. Vous choisissez. Vous choisissez. Vous choisissez. Okay? Meaning you choose or you are choosing. You see, you choose or you are choosing. For those that are joining us now, we are conjugating our IR verbs in French. How to conjugate IR verbs. Verbs that ends with IR. That's what we're looking at conjugating in this class, okay? So, for vous, don't forget we have I-S-S-E-Z. Vous choisissez, you choose, or you are choosing. Very good. And then the last one now, Elle. So don't forget, Il is there for masculine. Elle is there for feminine. Don't forget that. I repeat, Il. It's not Il, so we don't pronounce the S. It's not Elle, so we don't pronounce the S. It is Il, Elle. Alright? Meaning Il there for masculine, Elle there for feminine. So now, what do we add to this Il, Elle, to our schwa? What do we add to the schwa? We add I-S-S-E-N-T. You see that? Meaning they choose, okay, or they are choosing. You see that? They choose or what? They are choosing. So you see that when it gets to this point now, when it gets to nous, I-S-S-O-N-S, nous choisissons, we are choosing. When it gets to vous, I-S-S-E-Z, nous choisissez, you are choosing. When it gets to Elle, I-S-S-E-N-T, they are choosing. So you see, it don't have the I-S-S before the O-N-S. You see has the I-S-S here before the E-Z. We see have the I-S-S here before the E-N-T. So that's it. That is how you conjugate the IR verbs in French. Alright, for Joe, don't forget, we have I-S, je choisis. For tu, I-S, tu choisis. For il, elle, on, I-T, il, elle, on choisit. For nous, we have I-S-S-O-N-S, nous choisissons. For vous, I-S-S-E-Z, vous choisissez. For il, elle, I-S-S-E-N-T, il, elle choisissent. So please, it's not il, elle choisissons. I know you're tempted to say il, elle choisissons or il, elle choisissent. In French verbs, we don't pronounce the E-N-T at the end of it. Okay? Don't pronounce the E-N-T at the end of the French verbs. So we say il, elle choisissent. Il, elle choisissent. Meaning they are choosing. So now let's give some sentence with the verb choisir. Okay? For example, you choose to learn French with Topfrançais. How do we say that? Who can try? Who can try that? You choose to learn French with Topfrançais. Because of time, I'm going to write it. So we start from tu. Tu choisis. Okay? So what's the verb to learn? What's the verb to learn? It's very simple. I'm actually waiting for your comments in the chat. Before I write it, I want to see who's going to tell us. Okay. All right. Okay, the Elsie go. Okay. Amma, tu choisis that. Okay. All right. Very good. Amma, obi your mic. Wow, we're very fast, though. The Elsie, tu choisis, apprends le français, avec le français. Very good. But then, this might be a bit complex. So in French, there are some verbs that are followed by prepositions. So choisir happens to be one of it. Okay? So yeah, it could be tu choisis d'apprendre. So apprendre is the verb to learn. Tu choisis d'apprendre le français avec Topfrançais. Okay? So this did does not really mean anything here. It's just preposition followed by choisir. Okay? It's just, but it's not, it does not necessarily always have to be here. For example, I choose to sing, je choisis chanter. Okay? But some people will say, je choisis de chanter. Alright? So please take note of that. So before we make more sentences, I would like us to go to the next verb, please. I still want us to conjugate this remplir so it can sink in very well. So I'm going to clean this now. Okay? I'm going to clean this now. Okay, so now we are done with, sorry, I want to make it closer to you. Okay, so now we are done with choisir. You already know how to conjugate choisir. So I want to give you another IR verb so you really know how to, get this thing in. So we're looking at remplir. Remplir is a verb to fill up. Okay, so we can tell us what's our first rule. I'm reading your comments in the chat. Remplir, what's our first rule? If we want to conjugate remplir, what do we do first? I'm waiting. How is this remplir going to be? What's the first step to conjugate IR verb from what I just taught? I'm waiting. Okay, thank you, the LC. Remove the IR. Very good. Take the IR out. Another will take it out. What do we have? We have wrong. 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 Yeah, again. And the last one, we have wrong. Yeah, again, too. Very good. So now, according to Joe, what do we had? She got it. After taking out the IR, we have just this left, right? We have REMPL. So now, according to Joe, what do we add to this thing? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. According to Joe, what do we add? So I want to say I fill up. What am I going to add to this? REMPL. Based on what we explained with the choisir. Okay, very good. Amma Obioma, very good. Good. Zina, good. Joe remplir. Don't forget. According to Joe, what we add? We add IS. So Joe remplir meaning I fill up or I am filling up. Very good, Ozi. Very good, very good, very good. So good. The next one now. According to 2, what do we add? You can just conjugate it in the chat too. So according to 2, what do we add? For Joe, we add IS. So for 2, what do we add? Like I said, you can just conjugate it in the. You can conjugate it in the comments. Wow, else is really fast. I see. Okay, so to remplir, IS again. Meaning you fill up. Very good. So according to 2, we add IS. Good. So now according to Elle, what do we add? To Elle on. Okay, also already wrote that. We add what? IT. Okay, IT. Meaning he or she or one fills up. Or is filling it up. Okay. Then according to Nous, this one I want to see people write this. According to Nous, what do we add? What do we add for Nous? Well done, Zina. Well done, Juwon. I'm seeing everybody's comments. You are doing so well. Okay, I still want everyone to participate in this. So according to Nous, what do we add? Do we add ONS? Or what do we add before the ONS? Okay, Juwon, very good. Or the other thing I already tell you too. Okay, remplissons. ISSONS. Very good. Meaning we fill up or we are filling up. Very good. Then according to Vous, what do we add? We're getting it. So you see that it's the same thing. Any verb that is regular, that falls under the IR verb, this is how you conjugate it though. So you don't always have to run to your dictionary to confirm. It's really very simple. So according to Vous, I still want others to participate. Please feel free. It's good you're learning here. It's interactive. I'm seeing your comments. I will know that you're getting it all wrong. So I want to see that You are with me here. Okay, Z now. Very good. We had issez. Good. Meaning you. Très bien. Very good. And the last one for Elle, what we add? Okay. What we add? Okay. What do we add for Elle? The plural. Going, going. Going, going, going. Who's going to tell us? For Elle, what we add? We add issons for nous. Issez for vous. Zina, very good. And Elsie too, that got it earlier, that got everything earlier. Very good. So it's issent, meaning they fill up. Alright. So please, everybody, this is the simple way, that is very simple, to conjugate your IR verbs. Alright? Please, I repeat, if you've not watched the lesson on ER verbs, go back to our live class and check the live class under Topfrançais. You're going to see ER verbs in those live classes. So don't forget, the first step, just take out the IR first. People usually say, turn the IR to IS, take out the IR first and write what you have. Right? Then you know for Joe, you're going to add IS. Je remplis. I fill up. Je remplis. We don't pronounce the S. I fill up. According to 2, you add IS. Tu remplis. Tu remplis. You fill up. According to Elle, on, we add IT. Elle, on remplit. He or she or her fills up. Then according to Nous, we add issons. Nous remplissons. We don't pronounce the S at the end. Nous remplissons. Nous remplissons. Meaning we fill up. According to vous, you add issez. Vous remplissez. Vous remplissez. You fill up. Then according to Elle, we add issent. But guess what? We don't pronounce the ENT. So we say ils remplissent. Elle remplissent. You can hear the please at the end, but not represent. Don't pronounce ENT. Alright? Ils remplissent and elle remplissent. Meaning they fill up. So now let's try something. We are filling up the buckets with what? With water. Let's look at it. We are filling up the bucket with water. So what do we say?